Stock exhaust, Yamaha R1 2015. So the bottom, it's the cat. Packaging, here's what you get. You got your mid pipe, you got your can, got the 2 rings, clamps, 2 springs, 3 nuts, 1 screw, 1 bracket, the holder, a couple different like O2 sensor adapters, and then of course like some anti-seize and the install instructions. So we're going to be throwing this on today. Alright, so you got the muffler right here. First step you want to do is you can take off this bolt right here, which I already took it off, and it's this one right here. You don't have to worry about the nut on the back because it's got the holder for the nut. And the next step is like with the shielding, you can basically start taking off all these bolts. You have one right here, and the last one right here. So as soon as you take those 3 off, basically it just comes right off, just like that. And this one right here, you can basically loosen all the way. That'll basically get your muffler loose, or you can basically just pull it right off. There it is, muffler's off. So next step you can do is basically pull off your like exhaust servo wires. These nuts right here you can just loosen, and then just basically pull the wire out and pull out the little loops right here. Alright, so here you go, the cables are out of the way for now. Basically just unhooked them from right here, from the butterfly valve. You can kind of see the inside right there, what it does. Basically just opens and closes. That's going to be coming off with the mid pipe, so you don't have to worry about whether it's going to be open or closed. I mean, it's coming off. You want to be able to take this bolt out right here. You can see it. You can just push the brake lever down and you'll get to it right there. And on this side there's a cover right here in the front, 2 screws. Basically all you gotta do is like unbolt that, and you'll basically see what else you gotta do, which there you go. You got 17mm right here for the oxygen sensor on one side, 10mm nut for the exhaust clamp right here, and let's go to the other side. Alright, here we are on the other side, the shifter side. Same thing with this side. You got 2 bolts right there. Just unbolt that bottom piece, pull it off. Kind of same deal over here. 17 again for the oxygen sensor, 10mm for the exhaust clamp bolt. And then what you have on this side is right next to your kickstand here. You have the other one from the other side that holds the whole can up here. So just unscrew that, unbolt it out, and everything should be loose once you pull off both of these. You can just kind of put them out of the way because you're going to be reusing them with the Two Brothers kit. There's the whole cat. Basically the holes, same holes for the oxygen sensors that are right there. It's like probably like 15 pounds or so to like almost nothing. And yeah, basically those bolts right there are the ones you got to pull off. The 2 in the front for the clamps, and disconnect the exhaust servo ones. But yeah, there you go. Once you pull it off, you can slide that new mid pipe, wide pipe in place. You got the 1 bolt up here that basically holds it from the top now, and then just start, you know, putting in the clamps. Make sure everything's good, lined up, and take your time. If it doesn't fit, like keep trying again. Don't just like force it to fit. Like it might take a little bit, but just, you know, move little millimeter by millimeter, and it'll pop right into place. So you don't have to force anything. But once you're done with that, putting that bolt back up, tightening it with the nuts applied, you're gonna run into this part where, you know, you put in the oxygen sensor and it doesn't fit in there. Well, that's why they gave you the whole kit right here with the adapters and the anti-seize that you can throw on. So I'm about to do that right now. Basically anti-seize on here, and then the gasket that's applied in there as well. Throw that on and you should be good to go. So here's the other side right here. Same thing, clamp, adapter, and the O2 sensor. And there's the back of that nut from that other screw on the other side, but as you can see, there's nothing left down here anymore. It's pretty easy. Next step would be basically throw this cover back on this side for cosmetics. Same thing on the other side, and you're good to go on basically the bottom part of it. Alright, so there's it right there. Here's the pipe. You basically just slide the pipe right in the hole right there, right where it goes. Just keep it light and it should just like slide right in. And you're gonna see basically up here there's two spots where the springs are gonna go. Same thing on the bottom, two spots right there for the springs, and then the bracket that comes with it. Once you kind of look at it, you'll kind of see exactly where it goes, to basically hold the exhaust bracket up. But it'll basically bolt up to this one right here, the one right behind your brake lever. And you're going to use the stock bolt that was provided on there, as well as one of the nuts. So using the stock bolt and nut, and then basically the other one for the other side, and using your two springs right there. Alright, so there you go, springs are in place. There's one right here, the other one's right here. And then if you have worked on exhaust before, then you love working on Two Bros, just because the way the gasket on the clamp just goes into place, and it's basically made to fit inside those slots so it doesn't slide out when you're trying to put it on, which is awesome. Not too many, or I should say any other companies do that. A lot of the Yoshimura, Akrapovic, or M4s or anything, I mean, they have the gasket, but they don't, it's not held into place by anything. Right there it is. The old pipe came all the way up here, so we're going to take this bracket off since we don't need it. Just left it on just in case, but like I said, don't need it. It's going to come off too. And there you go, it's bolted on up here now. Double check and make sure they're both tight. It said gasket stays in place right there. Springs are on. That bolt is good and tightened. Your 202 sensors. Then your the bottom fairings, make sure those are back on and tight. Same thing with the other side, and you're good. Alright, there you go. Exhaust is on. Panels are back on. Fender eliminator's on. There you go. It's nice and clean right there. Alright. You don't want to hear it? Let's turn it on. See what this sounds like. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can hear me now, but it's pretty deep, pretty throaty. Straight through right there. Good. Too bad. Sound really good with the quick shifter.